Hello, welcome to my channel, Another Bibliophile Reads. I'm here to do a response to Matt Wall, the paperback junkie, on his video, Who Gets Your Books? Also kind of known as What Happens to Your Books When You Die. None of us know when we are going to shuffle off our mortal coil. I could live another 20 years, which is very possible given my health and hereditary. I'm 57, easily make it to 77, possibly in my 80s or 90s. But what happens to my book collection when I die? I don't have children to donate it to, so it's going to come up to my wife, if she survives me, or to whoever processes my estate if I outlive her. Or maybe something else. I might have to retire to a nursing home when I get older and get rid of all my books. So let's sort of imagine some possibilities. What I should really do is put a clause in my will saying what I want done with my books. I don't really want them sold off to a used bookstore for pennies and have people purchase them for just whatever. But who would get them? I would like to think I could find someone who would want my library. I've got a whole lot of books in this house, and maybe some person 20 years from now would like to inherit this library of mine, if I decide that I need to downsize. And that's sort of where I'm going with this, is start searching for people who want books. So when it comes time for me to go to the nursing home, I would contact this person and say, it's time to come pick up these books. I would not sell my books to this person unless my financial situation was vastly different from what it is now. I'm certain my book collection could fetch a few $1,000s, which in the overall scheme of my net worth isn't much. My house is worth more. My 401k is worth more. My other investments are worth more. My personal library as financial worth is not a whole lot. I don't consider a few $1,000s a whole lot of money. Maybe you could get 5,000, maybe 6. There are some interesting books here. If someone were determined to sell, they could make a little bit of money. But I would prefer to give my library away to some worthy person. I don't know how to find that worthy person. Maybe I should start thinking of making booktube videos about people who want to inherit books. Of course, hopefully you'll have to wait at least 20 years, and maybe most people don't want to wait 20 years to inherit this library. But what happens if I die suddenly? It's very possible that when my wife and I go out to dinner tonight, we could be in a car wreck and both of us could die. And not a specifically highly likely incident, but things like that happen to people every day, and no one's expecting it. Who would get this library? In that case, that a will, I presume someone in our families who are the executors of our estate are going to look at this library and just unload it. Probably drag it all to a bookstore, and I said, sell it for pennies. Wouldn't mean selling to a used bookstore, is just almost worthless financially. It's just not worth the time to drag books down to a used bookstore and sell them for money, because what you get is just so ridiculously low. But that's what would happen if I died today. So, how does one go about finding an heir who wants books? I have no idea. How do you make sure that that heir is worthwhile to inherit your books? I have no idea. How do you make sure that that heir is not wicked and really wants your books and sets it all up and then kills me for my books? Would my books be worth killing for? Maybe if you really love books, if you love the New York Library of Classics, or the Library of America in my other room, or down over there, my William T. Vollmann collection, or just my paperbacks, or my hardbacks. It is an issue I need to think more about, because I don't know who will get my books when I die. Maybe there won't be any books. Maybe there will be a fire in this house and all my books will go up in flame. Maybe there will be civil unrest in this country and my house will be bombed by a tank of insurgents. Or maybe the religious crazies will come by and see all these blasphemous books that do not praise their particular form of religion, and they will burn my books. I guess that's a possibility. So, I'll keep this short. What should I do with my books? Asking people on YouTube is just as good as asking anyone else, because at least the people on BookTube love books. And maybe they have some better ideas than whatnot. Who should get my books? Thank you for watching, and keep on reading.